Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. I'm still trying to get used to that new format, okay? And this is third Saturday, which means the man with the FM voice will be here with me, Frank Barton. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning again, Larry. Good morning, everyone.
And we will let Frank introduce one of these segments. I guarantee you we will. And then, of course, we're bringing in, he couldn't be with us. In fact, he's going to be with us twice here. We're going to do back-to-back, both these guys. But Bill Cooksey, he is the Sportsman's Outreach Coordinator at Vanishing Paradise with the National Wildlife Federation. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Larry. You're getting good at saying that.
I am. It's trying to roll out of there. You got such a title, you can't put it on your shirt. So, I mean, but anyway, we've talked to Keith Warner before, and, of course, I knew Keith when he was a pup, and he's still a pup in my concern, but he learned from the master, who was never a pup, I don't think, and Mr. Highsmith. I think he was born that way, but knew Keith.
I think so.
I knew Keith, got to know Keith during my days at Dial Sports after retiring from the newspaper, and I wanted to get Keith Warner on with us to talk a little gunsmithing, but also for you folks out there that may be considering a Christmas gift, whether it's a pistol, a shotgun, a rifle, or whatever it might be. And also you duck hunters or deer hunters that have neglected your firearm during the season because you've just been too busy doing other things else. But good morning, Keith.
Good morning.
Let's talk. All right, buddy. I know that if someone, and we hope there's a lot of people out there. Now, I guarantee you there are. I know you can't buy any ammunition, right, Bill Cooksey? I mean, so.
It's not easy, but we're finding some finally.
Find some. Well, I'm finding it because Dave Gabbert's reloading for me, so that's my opportunity. But talk about the purchase of a new firearm. What do you tell people, Keith, when they come in and say, I don't know which, do I need this, do I need that? What kind of rifle do I need? What kind of pistol, shotgun? Walk us through if somebody's looking to stop by your store, which is right there in the Carrefour Shopping Center. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Southwest corner of Poplar and Kirby.
Yeah.
Outside of Germantown.
Yeah. So talk about it for us.
Yeah. So anytime we got a customer coming in, if they don't know exactly what they're looking for, and that happens a lot, they may rely on us for some guidance and direction and advice, and we try to offer that as best we can. We've got a lot of experience.
That's right.
With putting the right gun in and in the customer's hand or in right application. So I try to ask a series of questions of kind of not only what they need but what they want.
Yeah.
And so we do that. And so once we've determined I want a good dose of need and want in there, so it makes a happier customer. But when we do that, so we pick out that gun. If we don't have it in the rack, we can often order it in and get it in pretty quickly. It's a little harder these days, just like ammunition.
Yes, yeah.
But we'll do a background check, which takes about 15 minutes. You fill out a form called a 4473. You do a background check, and everything goes through. That goes through the FBI InstaCheck system. Comes back approved, and you pay for the gun, and you can walk out with it that day. So it's pretty painless operation, and where we try to, that part's the easy part. We just try to focus on getting them what they want and getting them what they need, and I think we're pretty good at that, and I think most of our customers are happy with our decisions.
And I know people are old. You're built for a different kind of firearm. Of course, I have a 270 Ruger that I've used for a long time. It has a tamer on the end, the famous Umbarger tamer. I don't know.
Wayne Umbarger.
Wayne, yes.
Yes,
and
sir.
I don't know how many of those are out there, but
a bunch.
And it has saved me my recoil jerk for a lot of times. But if you're looking for a deer rifle, if you're looking for a deer rifle, how do you judge what that person may need and what that person may want? Maybe the wrong kind of rifle.
Yeah, so a lot of times we try to determine, the build of the person of the shooter,
That's it.
whether it's for
Yes.
that person buying, so the build. What kind of recoil are they expecting?
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, recoil doesn't bother me." Recoil bothers everybody. Nobody likes to get hit. Nobody likes to get hit hard.
And yeah.
So we try to determine that, but you want to have an adequate cartridge for the game you're pursuing. Whether
Yes.
it's deer, you've got a pretty wide spectrum of cartridges that'll work and that are pleasant to shoot. There's no reason to overdo it and just be unpleasant. The key to being a good rifle shot or pistol shot or shotgun shot is to practice a lot. Well, if the gun's hurting you, you're not going to want to practice a lot.
No.
So we try to choose a caliber that's fun to shoot, and we also put some consideration into the gun fit and maybe even a little bit of coaching on how to go about shooting.
There you go.
And all those things make for a successful scenario, and success breeds success, and everybody has fun when they're successful.
I know I do, and you could talk to these. Let's see, Bill, what kind of shotgun do you use for duck hunting?
Larry, it depends on the day. I have an AYA over and under. I have an old Mag 12 Browning Auto 5, and then I have an 870 that I still love. Those are my main three.
All right, Frank, what about you?
Only one. Benelli M1 Super 90, one of the older ones.
Yeah. How old is that?
Old enough that it'll do something with that fourth shell sometimes.
It will, won't it? Yeah. It'll. So there. Of course, I've got a Browning Black Gold that was my last purchase from Daddle Sports.
Sure.
When I was there, and I love my Browning Gold, and it's a wonderful gun. And I feel comfortable. I guess the comfortability. So, Bill, you've got 3 there you're talking about. So what determines when you're using one of those?
A lot of times just where I'm going and what my mood is.
Okay, yeah.
You can't be married to but one woman, but there's nothing to keep you from shooting a lot of different shotguns. I enjoy shooting different shotguns.
Only Bill could come up with that. Good correlation there, Bill.
Have you used that line often, Bill?
Yeah. No, don't get into that now. So let's switch over to 2 shotguns. Because we can be rough on our shotguns.
Sure.
Right? I mean, do you?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a big fan of. They're meant to be used, and I shoot everything from a Beretta 400 Extreme, which is a brand new gun, to a W.C. Scott hammer gun 10 gauge that was built in the 1870s.
10 gauge in the 1870s.
Yeah, and one I hand load for, so I turkey hunt and duck hunt with that, but I'll turn around and hunt with that Beretta. Again, I'm kind of like Bill, it just depends on where I'm going and what the conditions are, but I'll use them both hard, and I don't baby them, but I don't abuse them. But it's just kind of what you're in the mood for, and if you're feeling like shooting a piece of history, or you just want to go out there and shoot your brand new gun and not have to worry about it. And
what about taking care of that firearm? What do you recommend? Particularly during the waterfowl season when you have 60 days.
Right. There's not a lot that has to be done. It's not a labor-intensive process. It's just if you'll get in the habit of doing a few things after the hunt.
What?
Best thing I can tell people is, everybody talks about getting stuck choke tubes. If you'll unscrew your stuck choke tube, smear some grease on it, screw it back in, and get your gun out of its case and let it dry off,
that's it.
You'll go far with that gun for the season, and then bring it to me after the season and let me service it completely. But a lot of people put the gun up wet and muddy and don't worry about it, and it's just that's hard on them, and just breeds a situation where it could be a lot of trouble for the hunter, and their equipment's not going to work the next time. So if you take it out, dry it off, wipe it off, clean it, just a cursory cleaning, grease the choke tube up, put it in the corner and let it dry out. Oil it a little bit before you take it back out the next day. If you'll do that every time, it'll work all season. You won't have to come to me in a panic.
And Frank, as being the former owner of an ATV dealership, you got people would come in after the season, and
my problem was people would come right before the season.
Right before the season.
Right before the
Okay.
season, having not done anything since the
It
end.
had been
of the,
like that
since
since
the
the
end
of
the
last
season.
season. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Our standard joke in the gun world is, this gun acted up last season, and I took it out open today, and it's still acting up. A good rest, and it didn't do anything for it.
all right. Now you mentioned a subject in there that we can toss out about choke tubes.
Yeah.
Okay, Bill. What's your deal on choke tubes on those firearms?
My favorite duck choke day in and day out is either going to be a Skeet 1 or an improved cylinder.
Yes. Okay.
My old A5 is a stock modified. I mean, you can't put a tube in it. And then I have a really tight Terror tube that I'll put in that 870 on a really windy day over open water.
Frank?
My son years ago gave me a Briley steel choke modified, and you talk about something that my hunting companion said, we don't know what happened, but you didn't used to shoot like that.
Oh.
And they all bought them too.
Yes. All right.
Because they had to keep up with me.
And so Keith, and again, we're talking to Keith Warner here. We've got to let him go here just a minute. Of Keith Warner Gunsmith. You can go to KeithWarnerGuns.com or visit him at 6655 Poplar Avenue, Suite 101. That's in Germantown, the Carrefour Shopping Center. Tell them a little bit before we let you go, your hours and when to come see you, and y'all don't wait till Christmas Eve to find Keith. Okay, I mean
that's right. You can come see us Monday through Friday, 10 to 5. I tell a lot of people, even my folks that aren't social media people, we do a lot of information on Facebook.
You
a
sure
lot of the
do.
new guns and gun collections that come in and current work. If you really want to get a finger on the pulse of what's going on in the shop, check us out on Facebook. It's easy for me to post new stuff and gun work that's going out and coming in and new guns that are coming up for sale. But like I said, Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, we're going to be here, and we'll get you fixed up for Christmas. And you can always do a gift certificate, and we do a tremendous amount of business after Christmas. I think all the dads get Christmas taken care of, then they come and buy themselves something.
Well, I tell you what, I recommend Keith because, like I said, and we'll talk to Keith maybe again in January. Keith, come back and get you back on here, talk a little bit more because a lot of people are interested in take care of those firearms. Keith Warner, thank you, man. Okay, Merry Christmas to you, Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you next year. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? All right, let's take a break. Be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet.